Welcome to Noni's Big Hugs, where we wiggle, we giggle, we use our imagination and have a fantastic time. I am so happy you're here. You see, every week we travel the United States, visiting a different state every Friday. Today we're going to be here in Michigan. Whoops. And the green dots mean we've already been to those states, so feel free to watch them as many times as you want. Please subscribe and have a great time. So in each state, we do 3 big hugs or exercises. Before we start, let's do a little bit of warm-up. So I do some back circles, forward circles, lightly march, inhale, exhale, just to kind of loosen us up. So you ready? Okay, here we go. Okay, we're just gonna do some nice, easy back strokes. Loosen up our shoulders, our back, our chest, lightly march in place. Now, these videos are you doing you. So what that means is if I'm going backwards and you're going forwards, perfect. If you're just standing there watching me, even better. You can't do these videos wrong. They're you doing you, going at your range of motion, your degree of movement, and your own pace. Okay? Let's go forward a little bit. You can even sit and watch these videos or even sit and do the big hugs. It just doesn't matter. You just have a good time, smile, and it's all good. Okay? Couple of inhales, and an exhale. One more time. Inhale and exhale. Okay, are we ready? Let's get going. Let me change my boards. Well, I tell you a fun fact about Michigan is Detroit, Michigan is known as the potato chip capital of the world. That's because at one time they had more than 20 potato chip companies in the city. You like potato chips? Noni does. Okay, so for our first big hug here in Michigan, we are going to we're going to play a game actually. We're going to do red, yellow, green, light. And it's going to be a game, but let me tell you that we're doing this because in Detroit, in the 1920s, this was the place where the first traffic light was developed by police officer William Potts. So our game we're going to play is when I say red, we'll have our hands up overhead. When I say yellow, put them down to the side, and green, or out to the side, and then green down to your legs, okay? So I'm going to mix it up. Try not to get confused, okay? So let's just play a game for a few seconds. Here we go. Red, yellow, green, green, red, yellow, red, green. You with me? Yellow, green, red. Ready? Red, green, yellow, red, green. How you doing? Yellow, green, red, yellow, green, yellow, green, red. Noni's gonna speed it up for fun. Yellow, red, green, yellow, red, yellow, green, red, yellow, and green. Perfect, fantastic. I hope you had fun with that little game. Let's give ourselves a big hug. Oh, that feels good. Okay, for our second big hug here in Michigan, we are going to do the grapevine because Motown Records, which is motor and town, out of Detroit, was invented by Berry Gordy Jr. in the 1960s. It was a record company that played Motown music. And motor was because Detroit is known as the car hub manufacturing in the country, okay? So Noni's gonna play some music and we're just gonna do a little bit of dancing. And you move however you wanna move. But I'm just gonna do a little bit of grapevine. Move anywhere you want, anywhere in your room. Just get into the groove of the music. We're doing the Motown Groove. I think Noni's off. Having fun? Hope you're smiling. Anywhere you want to go. God, that was so much fun. I hope you had a good time just moving and shaking your body. Let's give ourselves a big hug. Okay, our third and final big hug here in Michigan is going to be the Cherry Crunch. And that is because Traverse City in Michigan is known as the cherry capital of the world. Do you like cherries? Noni sure does. Okay, so for the Cherry Crunch, what we're going to do is we're just going to have our hands overhead and we're going to crunch one leg or one knee up, and then we're going to switch legs. Now, if you want to just do a little crunch, that's good. If you don't want to use your arms, perfect. You do you, going at your degree and your range of motion, okay? So Noni's going to go crunch and crunch. That was one. We're going to do 6 and crunch and crunch. That was 2. Crunch and crunch. That was 3. Crunch and crunch. That was 4. Do you like cherry pies? How about cherry turnovers? Noni lost track, so she's going to do one more. Crunch and crunch. Fantastic. That was so great. I hope you had a good time here in Michigan. I sure did. Let's give ourselves a big hug. Okay, next week, we're going to stay here in the Midwest and we're going to travel to Minnesota. I hope you can join me. Remember, if you miss any of these videos, they're in the playlist below. So please subscribe, give it a thumbs up, have a great week, and I'll see you soon. Bye. Big hugs.